Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing on this fine day? That's wonderful. Well, okay, so my name is Emmett Decker. It's on the board. And so I'm with NEISD here in San Antonio, actually. So for most of our human history, science and technology has brought us way farther than anything else in our species' history. We have come a very long way from, high-velocity fists and sharp sticks and fire. We have come a very long way from that. And, science and technology in schools has also been increasing a vast majority, like I said in my little thing when we were doing the intro. However, I do notice a very small, tiny problem. So, right now, even in our country, there's a very small amount of minorities in engineering, and it's kind of a big problem. For instance, in the United States, only 8% of positions in upper management and STEM fields are women. However, what's very fascinating is in other countries like Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Indonesia, 48% of all management positions and STEM fields are women. But why is that? Why is it that another country, a less developed country that has a lower, I&D, development index, and a lower GDP, why is it that there's more women in their, education systems? And I started to think, and I was like, wait a minute, that's why. So there's actually a solution to this, and it's called PBL. PBL stands for Project-Based Learning, and we actually do it in our school. So PBL, what we basically do is, I remember in 6th grade, we had this project where we had to take an invention, and we had to basically create an invention out of anything, out of cardboard or whatever, and we had to present it into a Shark Tank-style presentation, where our teachers were the judges, and we actually presented to them. So that was our basically grade. But what's fascinating about PBL is we incorporated all of our classes. So we actually took science, history, and math, and we applied STEM to every single one of our core classes. English, we had to write a report because in engineering is basically two things. It's mathematics and writing. Whenever you do engineering, you have to write a report. It's not just science and tinkering. You have to do all those things. So that's what we did. Now I took that a step further. Recently, last year, I created a device I call SASE. SASE stands for Shooter Alarm School System Intervention, and it's a device to stop school shootings. And basically what it does, it's a microphone that contains an algorithm that is able to map the frequency and the recursion functions of a sound wave, and it's able to use that to determine what type of bullet was used in a shooting and relay the police automatically. So that's what I did, and I actually went to something called Pitya, an organization based in Austin for minors under the age of 18 who want to start their own companies. And I pitched my idea to real investors. In fact, I believe one of the girls in the Shark Tank, just like the Shark Tank presentation in my PBL, was actually from the real Shark Tank. And so was actually a contestant in the real Shark Tank. So I did that, and so I won. And now my idea is getting funded. So, every time I see these things, every time I see things like I hear on the news, Warren Buffett's kids just got donated millions of dollars, or, I hear Gloria Vanderbilt's children just got passed a new house or whatever. I want to be a part of that. And so that's why whenever I see this, when I become the CEO of a multinational technology conglomeration, I see that kids are already being prepared how to be great leaders. When I become an employer, I don't want my employees be people who just answer questions. I want them to be creative and to come up with solutions to help our world. So that is why, like I said earlier, the education system doesn't teach children how to apply skills and things. They just teach kids how to make it easy to make it easy on administrators. So that is why I absolutely love STEM, and this is why I love what we're doing all together. So thank you for this.